forth your destruction! My brief life is nearly at an end.
What up, it's Red. In my last video about zombies, I talked about the blood perk system, and if you haven't seen that video, you can check the link in the description. Go watch it, and then when you're back, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the mini perk system that I talked about in my last video. So in Origins, we have the Wonder Fizz, the random perk machine, which gives you a random perk out of 9. Some of them are on the map, some of them aren't. It contains all 9 of the perks that are available in this map, though. And I think they should get rid of that. I think that they need to get rid of that and just put all the perks somewhere around the map. You know, make bigger maps that can fit all these perks. Like here, right here, Origins is a big map. It's not like Transit where most of the maps are covered in fog and areas that aren't really like part of the map. They're just kind of, you know, running through like a dead zone of fog. And I really do think that Origins was a big enough map to actually have all the perks scattered around. I just think that they wanted to kind of like take out some of these perks and only make them available in the Wonder Fizz machine. That way you kind of had to spin the Wonder Fizz machine, you know, to get the perk that you want. Or if you really want to double tap, but you didn't want to spin the random perk machine, the Wonder Fizz, you could complete a challenge and then you'd open a crate and it'd give you double tap immediately. So in replace of this Wonder Fizz machine, they could just replace all of them with a kind of a smaller little Wonder Fizz thing. That basically it just gives you a mini perk. It's the mini perk machine, I guess, and it just kind of gives you something small, and you will be able to carry up to 2 of these. Now, as you guys know, I suggested the blood perk system should allow you to carry as many perks as you can handle. Meaning that you could go up and buy as many perks as you want to get, but the trade-off is you have to be responsible for those perks. You have to make sure that they have enough blood so that they keep working. Because if they stop working, your perk's going to fade out and it's not going to work until you go over there and give it a little bit of blood. So you could grab as many regular perks as you want, but only 2 mini perks. So when you go up to this machine, it could cost maybe, you know, $9.50, $12.50, something like that. You spin the machine, a random perk comes out, and I'll talk about what the perk should be in a second. And look at this clutch. Look at this clutch right here. Got right out of there. So you get your random little perk in like a shot glass, and the first time you buy it, you just hold square like you normally would. You get the perk and you drink it. And the second time you buy it, same thing. You just take a shot and you got your second mini perk. But the third time, you got to make a decision of which one you want to trade, and here's how this works. If you want to trade your first one, you hold it down, and it'll swap out your first one for that perk you just got out of the machine. You want to trade your second one, you just double tap X, or square, or what would it be, E on the computer, I guess. So that was one of the problems that the Wonder Fizz machine had in Origins, is that, you know, you drink this perk now, it's like you got to get down to get rid of it. You can't just go up and swap it out. Because when you have 4 perks, you can't just go up and buy it again. It won't let you buy the Perk-a-Cola machine. These 2 mini perks wouldn't be hidden like, you know, the hidden perks. The, what do they call them? Perma-perks? Permanent perks. That's what I was thinking of. It took me a second, but I got it. They would just be about the same size as the perks that I have right there. You know, Jug, PhD, Speed. Your 2 mini perks would go right above Jug and PhD right there. And now it's time for what you've all been waiting for, time to talk about what the mini perks actually are, what they do, what kind of mini perks I have thought of. Now before I get started, some of these perks you can get twice, like one of them's Quick Draw, and I don't think you'd really be able to get that one twice because, you know, aiming super fast, I don't think that's really that useful. But some of them would appear again in the mini perk box even after you've gotten that perk already. And I'll tell you which ones those are. So let's just kind of go down the list. Alright. Quick Draw, like I just said, that'd be one of them. Because there really isn't any Quick Draw type of perk in zombies. And I think this would be a great perk for the mini box. Stalker, that's another one that they haven't put in yet. It'd be pretty cool, you know, for LMGs, assault rifles. You know, you got LMG, put Quick Draw Stalker with that thing. You'd be set to go. Marathon is the next one. I mentioned this one in my last video, as you guys probably remember. Fast Hands I also mentioned. Fast Hands as in faster weapon swap, not faster grenade throw. Instant Throw was a pretty cool one. Instant Throw, it's basically, you know, you want to throw a grenade. As soon as you tap that right bumper, and as soon as you release it, it just flies out of your hand. Like, you don't have to sit there and spend a half second cooking it. It just instantly goes out. And this would be especially useful for monkeys. If you want to throw a monkey bomb, it just instantly flies out of your hand. You don't have to like toss the thing around and have it dance before it can leave your hand. It just instantly throws right out. A refresh all lethal grenades each round. I kind of talked about this one before. I kind of wanted to buff it up a little bit though. So I added buy a full thing of claymores. Like if you just want to go mid-round and buy claymores off the wall, you could do that for 500. Once you already have claymores, you can just keep buying more of them. Because I mean, who doesn't like claymores, right? And I've always thought that you should be able to pack-a-punch your claymores. You know, go up, pack-a-punch machine, 5,000 points, and I'll get into the 5,000 point pack-a-punch in a second. And I've always kind of thought that you should be able to pack-a-punch your claymores. And you say, what? Well, that's not a gun. That'd be weird. Why would you need to do that? Make them stronger or something? I think it would be really cool to have stronger claymores, like spike mores from Shangri-La that are like really powerful. And you get 3 of them. Like whenever you resupply them, you get 3 of them each round. Whenever you get a max ammo, your maximum claymore count or spike more count. I want spike mores back. Those were cool. And you could get up to 3 of them. So that's what I have to say about claymores. Claymores are awesome. And this perk is actually one that I have down to be in the mini box twice. You could get this one twice, and once you have it a second time, it would not only give you full grenades each round and let you buy claymores off the wall for 500 once you have them, but it would also refresh. Maybe you have monkeys. It would refresh 1 monkey each round or 2 monkeys each round, something like that. So the next perk I came up with is really cool, and I like this. It is called Self-Destruct, and basically if you hold a grenade for 5 seconds, you know, you blow up and you die. But not with PhD, you just sit there and you blow up and it can kill some zombies around you. It just explodes in your hand. Well, the Self-Destruct perk, it doesn't require PhD, but if you hold a grenade, and I guess they'd get rid of Semtexes for when they incorporate this, which they will, I will make sure of it. They'll only have frags, and you hold it in your hand until it blows up, and if it blows up in your hand, it creates a huge blast radius and kills any zombies that are in a little area. I don't really know how big, but with 2, it could be much, much bigger than that. And maybe this perk could make you, like once you blow up in your hand, it could teleport you to a random spot in the map. I think that'd be cool. Give it something else to have. It lets you teleport somewhere. The next perk is Discount. Now, Discount, much like you would probably imagine, it gives you a discount on everything in the map, 10% off. You get it twice, 20% off. So if you have it twice and you want to pack a punch, it's only going to cost you 4,000. You have it twice and you want to buy Jug, Jug's only going to cost 2,000. Maybe it should be higher, maybe it should be 15 and then 30% when you have it twice. You'd have to see, really. So those are just the kind of across the board mini perks that you could add. I'm going to go ahead and talk about some mini perks that could be map specific, and much like Who's Who and Tombstone and stuff like that, they could be just little perks that could affect the map that you're playing on. For Mob of the Dead, you could have the Strong Back perk. Kind of like from Fallout, you carry more stuff, the Strong Back perk. You get to carry 2 parts when you're playing in co-op. This would be only in co-op you could get this mini perk. It would help you. Or if you're playing solo custom games, that's kind of fun. It gives you a little more of a challenge. You could carry two parts at once. So if you want to carry 2 plane parts or 2 gas cans, you can do that with this. And if you want to get it a second time, you could carry 3 gas cans or plane parts. Another one for Mob of the Dead only is called Downtown. I don't know if that's really a good name for it. I came up with these pretty quickly, so there's probably got to be a better name for it. Tell me if you can think of a better name for this. Alright, what it is when you go up to the Afterlife box, not get down and go into Afterlife, but when you actually go up to the electric box and shock yourself, you go into Afterlife mode, and you can just run around, and wherever you want to revive yourself, as long as you're standing on the ground in Afterlife mode, and as long as you're somewhere where players can go, you can revive yourself wherever you want to. So if you want to shock yourself at the box and run across the map in Afterlife mode so you can go really fast and not have to worry about any zombies, and then revive yourself over there, you can do that with this perk. And what I meant by this is not like you have to go up to your body and revive yourself and you would spawn there. I mean, like, you could run across the map and then you'd hold X and then you'd spawn there, right where your Afterlife character is, in case there was any confusion on what I meant by that. I only thought of one for Die Rise, and that is called Sleep Tight. And basically what this does is it puts mattresses, like you know how you jump down from certain places, like next to the B-23, you could jump down on top of these mattresses, and as long as you landed on the mattresses, you were fine. You didn't take any fall damage. And if you get this once, then there's a lot more mattresses around. You jump on a mattress, and you don't lose any health at all from jumping down there. You won't die. So they could put this in a lot of helpful spots where you could jump down and not get hurt. And if you get this a second time, you take no fall damage. So it's kind of like PhD Flopper's little take no fall damage thing, except you'd only get the take no fall damage part. So you could jump off of stuff and not get hurt at all, which would be really cool on Die Rise. A really cool one I thought for Origins. A really cool one that I thought of for Origins is, I don't know, the Whammophone or something like that instead of the Gramophone, get it? I don't know, like I said, I didn't spend much time coming up for some of these perk names, but what this does is when you place the Gramophone down, it can reach all of the portals in the map, and only for that character, you will see all of the portals open to the crazy place. So if you go to the fire tunnel or the ice tunnel, all of them will be open. All the portals will be open as long as the Gramophone is placed down. And if you want to go in there, you don't have to stand next to the little portal to wait for it to build up so you can go back. They're all open. So if you just want to run into the crazy place and then run out and then go to a different portal and go in there, you could get across the map just by running through the crazy place. Use it as a form of transportation, and I think that would be really cool. I didn't do one for Transit, Nuketown, or Buried because those were all terrible maps and you should never play them anyway. But going back to Black Ops, Moon, Hacker Pro. So basically, the hacker spawns in one spot each time, and with this perk, it spawns in every single spot. So every single spot that the hacker can spawn, you will see it there as long as you have this perk, and you can pick it up. And I know there's the little hacker glitch where more than one person can get it, but this is a easier way to just get more than one person to have it. So no matter whether you have it or not, you'll see it there, and you can just get one whenever you want. And like I said, this only affects the person that has it. So if you don't have it, you're not going to see a hacker spawn everywhere. You're only going to see it spawn in one spot. And if someone who doesn't have this perk has the hacker, you're not going to be able to get the hacker unless they either drop it or get this perk. Or you get this perk. The other mini perk I had for Moon is called Friendly. And when the astronaut teleports you, you don't lose a perk and you don't lose any health. So you can just run up to the astronaut and he'll teleport you somewhere, and you don't have to worry about losing any perks, and your health won't be red. Your screen won't be red as soon as you get there. Last but not least, we have Shangri-La. I didn't really do any of the other ones, but I'm sure we could think of quite a few good little map-specific mini perks for Call of the Dead, Ascension, and all those other great maps. But the one I had for Call of the Dead is called Fast Pass, and basically what this is the minecart usually takes a long time to go back up to the top once you've ridden on it. And with this, if you go up to the gate next to where the minecart is and you hold X or square or E over the gate, you can call it and it'll call back up, and it'll go 3 times as fast up the little rail so it can get up there faster. And maybe this one would show up twice, and when you got it a second time, maybe you could instantly get up there. It would travel like 6 times as fast, and there would be like a minigun on there, so somebody could use a minigun on the minecart as you're driving down it. I don't know how useful that would be, but I guess it'd be kind of cool to have it. These are all the mini perk ideas I had. Let me know what you think about the whole mini perk system. Thank you very much for watching the entire video. Go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Make sure you leave a like, but most importantly, a comment, and I'll see you guys later.
You have the highest sniper points on each corner that can fire across to each other.
You know, I was really worried that we weren't going to be able to camp again in Ghost because it's such a rush-friendly game, and now they're bringing back these great camp spots. It's awesome. Oh, and speaking of camping, you guys love IDs, right? Because I know I do. I love camping inside of the trolleys with them. It's so much fun. I can't wait to do this.